welcome back guys. Yes, I'm desperate again. I will be doing 25 animation tips in Grab VR. So enough of this booty intro. Let's just get straight into the tips. But before that, please subscribe. Please, it's so easy. Alright, for our first tip, we got this little punching animation. This right here is the basics of timed animations, which people get really confused with. So how this works. This block stays there, goes back, goes here, and then goes back to its original. So, and then you have to animate this block. Well, when this gets over here, that needs to go over there. So we look at this, and when does it get over here? 20 milliseconds, or whatever your number is. So at this time, it stays there, it waits there until that moment that it hits there, and goes over here. And you also have to make sure both of these animations last the same amount of time. So this is 30, or 0.3, and this is also 0.3. Alright, next we have a simple falling, rolling, like realistic, like breaking off and falling animation. Really easy. All you gotta do is go in editor, turn your rotation snap to 0 and your position snap to 0, spam, and then have it drop, add that frame, then continue to roll the ball, and then once it hits the ground, it bounces, and then goes over the edge. Very simple, very easy to make. Next tip, how to make insanely bouncy blocks. If I go in here, this is actually very simple. All you have to do, take a bouncy block, add a frame, do nothing, go up, then go to the original one, or make a loop. Then you're going to go to this number, and you're going to change it to 50,000, which is 50, then another 3 zeros, and then you have to count for these two, so you have to put 2 more. Apply, then get out of editor, and now it's going insanely fast, and it bounces you insanely high up. Next is a very simple one. It's how to make these blocks look like it's compressing, I guess, and going back up. Literally, it's just frame there, up, and then instead of stopping here, it goes in a little bit, so it gives it the illusion that's kind of compressing, and then back to the original frame, so it'll look like that. Next, we got this other timed animation of this guy kicking down a door. It goes a little more in depth of how to actually do these timed animations. So you'll make your swinging animation. So I'll make mine. Starts here, goes back. Just keep adding frames. Then make sure you remember this frame where it finally makes contact with the door. So that's 90 or 0.9, and then finishes the swing. And goes back. That's also a number you have to keep in mind. So I remember that the hand hits the door at 0.9. So we make this weight 0.9 or 90. And then once we do that, we can give it the animation of getting knocked down. And then we can have that stay there for as long as this loops. So this whole animation takes 1 second and 43 milliseconds. So this will also take 143. Now, the only reason it's not working right now is because Grab has a freaking annoying glitch where the timed animations just don't work. So you're gonna just have to be patient, and maybe at some point I'll come back to it and it'll definitely work. Now we're going to learn how to make whatever this thing is. I like to call this Drake's animation tip. Very, very simple. Literally, all it takes is you take all of this and then animate this one, doing whatever, but staying connected to that. And then make sure it loops. Then you group the one right here and that. And then now you can animate this, and it will be connected, and then you can keep going until you make this monstrosity. Now this is also a pretty cool thing you can actually do in the level, where I can bounce off, and there's some pretty cool gameplay. This is definitely based on Vezra's type levels, or if you didn't know, they had this type of gameplay where you have to get on this like boosted block and then grapple and do all that stuff. It's actually very, very, very simple. Literally all it is it going one frame here, then up here, and it'll automatically just teleport back. So when you grab onto it and let go, it'll always boost you up. Never go this and never make it a loop, because this will also give it the option to push you back. But if you clear frames, if you don't have it loop, then it'll always take you forward. That is the mistake I made with this one. This one goes back and forth, so you can go forward or you can go backward. Another interesting tip that I kind of just made on the top of my head, how to make this talking animation. Insanely simple. It's literally just add a frame here. So you have a sphere, and then it just goes in. It goes in, out, and then back into it. And it looks like he's actually talking. Now, this one, I technically did this in my 50 editor tips, but I wanted to include it again here because it's really cool. It's how to make a realistic, like, bouncing animation with, like, realistic physics. All you have to do is have it frame here, hits the ground, then doesn't go as high, and just it keeps getting shorter and shorter, 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 until there. Now we're going to learn how to make this amazing tornado animation. This animation is actually very simple. You set up your tornado, first where it's spinning, and then you group it with another block so you can animate it moving. I won't go into depth how to do that because I feel like I won't go into depth with that because I already explained that in my 50 editor tips level. If you really, really want to figure that out, go check. But that's not really the point. You animate this tornado, starts there, and then you add a frame here where it first hits the house, and it gets a little deeper into the house than this frame, and then it goes here and then waits. And as you can see, the tornado comes over here, and then when it hits the house, everything just goes flying. And I'm going to be showing you how to do that. So since this has a set time to when it hits the house, every single one of these waits until that time. So let's say the tornado hits at 4 seconds and 15 milliseconds. This would wait there and then do whatever animation. And it also waits 10 seconds. Because if this waits 10 seconds, then all of these have to wait 10 seconds to loop correctly. Also, going back to this one's working a little bit better. As you can see, it's kind of knocking down the door, but still not as good as I would want it to be. So you can repeat the process for all of these. I would recommend not making all of these wait the same time and actually have variations, because that's what I did, and it makes it just look a lot more realistic. But you can do whatever you want. It's your level. So let's just get on to the next step. Now, I don't really know why I added this. I just thought it would be cool. It's really simple. All you have to do is just animate it going around, which is put your snap to 90, add frame, turn it once, 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 add frame, then slow it down if you want to. And then do the same thing for here, but backwards. Add frame, 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 frame. And then they'll be moving clockwise. Then you can group this and actually animate it going up and down. Now I'm going to be showing you how to animate like something spinning and going down, so you can use this information on how to make the tornado. Very simple concept. All you have to do is animate the ball spinning, which I kind of showed you right there. Then you hide something in here, like, I don't know, like a ball or literally anything, and then you group it, and then when you group it, you can separately animate it. So you can animate it going here and then down. Oh, it didn't really work. Let me try that again. There we go. Now it's working. Now back to the timed animations. We're going to be showing you how to make the slapping animation. It works a lot better than how this one was working. So this will just be a better example. It's literally the same concept. You just have the hand slap the face, and before you animate the face, you find out when the hand makes contact with the face, and that's how long it'll wait. So the hand makes contact with the face at 1 second and 6 milliseconds. And then since it waits there, and then after that it does its animation. And it gives you like the look that he's slapping him and his face is falling off. Now I'm going to be showing you how to make these turrets. It's insanely simple, it's not even funny. You don't need a loop, you don't need a second one, there's no complex anything. It's literally just add a frame here, and have it going out, and then it'll just loop by itself and make the speed like that. And it looks like it's repeatedly shooting it. Now I'm going to be showing you how to do a bomb. As you can see, the fuse is going down, and then when it goes down, boom. This concept is pretty simple. All you have to do is animate the fuse going down here. So you add a frame here, then here, then here. But you worried about here, you want to memorize this time. I'm going to slow this down a little bit. Actually, like a lot. So at 10 seconds, that's when the fuse is over. So you're going to have your explosion sit out of view of anything. And it's going to wait there for how long it takes for that to get there. So 10 seconds. And then after 10 seconds, it'll teleport here, which how you do that is put it over there, add the frame, and then make it 1 millisecond longer than that to give it the illusion it's teleporting. And then have it stay there for like 15. But we also have to go back to the fuse and have it stay there for 15 seconds. So now, once the fuse has hit the bottom of the bomb, the explosion comes out. Now I'm going to be showing you how to make this laser thing and how to make it disappear and appear and then move. So you can see the laser just appeared out of nowhere and it's moving perfectly with this. It's actually very simple. All you have to do is animate this separately. So you have to animate this rod separately to where it's waiting out of sight over there for 3 seconds, and then it teleports over here and waits there for however long you want it to like be moving. And then if you group this and then have it wait for 3 seconds, which is how long this takes to teleport over here, then it'll be permanently attached until it teleports back, so you can move it however you want. So as you can see, it's not there, and then it will teleport over here, and now it's moving with it, and it's not being weird or detaching. Now I'm going to be showing you how to do this really cool animation where, oh my god, where it's doing this little rising. It's literally so simple. All it is, you go change your rotation tap to 0, tilt it just a little bit, just the tiniest bit, and then have it rising, which right here is just frame, frame, frame. It's really easy. Now as you can see here, this ice block doesn't look too interesting, but if you look right there, it actually gives a really cool effect that it is actually melting. And this is also very, very easy, and I will show you right now. So all you have to do is have this go down here. So add a frame here and then have it and move it down and make that like 30 seconds or whatever you want. Then make this from the bottom and go up for the same time that that's going down. And then while that's going down, this is going up, and it looks like the water from it melting is spilling out. And it's really cool. Next tip is how to make bouncy blocks or trampolines with color blocks. As you can see, if I get onto this, I actually bounce. And this is also insanely simple. It's literally just an up. It's literally and this is so simple. It's literally just moving up and down, and then you make it like 10,000 or whatever you want, and then when you get on it, you bounce up. You can also make some pretty cool levels, like if you slide across this, it'll bounce you up, and you can like try to get here. Next step is how to make this cool waving animation. All of these have separate animations, so this one will go up and down, and then it'll go up, 10 milliseconds, then 20 milliseconds, then it'll wait for 1.6 because that's how long going up and down takes for all of these. So this will go up and down at 10 and then 20, then this will go up, then this will wait 20 to go up at 30, then 40 and go down at 40, and this will wait 40 and go up at 50 and then down at 60. And you have to remember all of these wait the exact same time, no matter after the frame or this one, which goes down at 1.6. So it's just a repeated pattern the whole time, and it gives it the effect that it's like a wave, and it's really, really cool. Another tip is how to make this cool little walking animation. So let's get rid of the walking animation, and beneath you actually have to separately animate all of this. And it's actually very simple. So if we ungroup all of this, these toes move up and down, which is just one frame here, then it goes down, then go back, and then loops. Then you group this, and then you can have it like, I would recommend that. Animate it, stays here, and then it goes here, and then goes back. Oh, let's make that a little slower. And then it looks like the toe is pushing down and gives it like a realistic walking animation. Let's group this and then animate it, but instead of going back and then down, we have to go up and down. Normally that would go up, down, and then back, but I'm a little lazy right now. And then it's pretty much the same concept for these arms, and it's actually really easy. Then I just kind of animated the sign. And then when you group everything together, and then put it on the ground, and then you can actually animate this walking. It'll look like it's just like hovering forward, but when you look at, it'll look like it'll hover in the animation thing, but it's actually moving here. For this next step, I'm gonna have Dark Soul take over because he made this.
/ summon Dark Soul. Hello everyone, it's me, Dark Soul, back here. So, we are going to teach you how to make snap animation, or teleporting animation, or whatever the nice word you want to call it. So, how to make it. So what you gotta do, open your editor menu, then grab a block. Then, once you do that, select your block, go to animate, then put 2 frames. You'll have a 0 second and a 0.1 second. Make that 0.1 second 1 second. And then do that, make that another 1 second, make another 1 second. Once you do that, move it to where you want it. Like for example, I'm gonna put it above Max Frederick, and then update frame. Once you do that, make a 2 second. Speed it up to whatever thing you want. Then once you do that, bingo, you have a teleporting animation. And that's how you make a teleporting animation. Now, goodbye, my Sigmas!
That was definitely a beautiful presentation from Dark Soul. Now let's get to my tip. So as you can see, this crate is falling, and it has a really cool animation. This works very similarly. This is very similar to my tornado braking animation. So all these things break separate. So I made a crate, put it right here, and then at a certain time, all of these wait all of these wait at a certain time, and then they break off and then bounce, and then they all wait at the same time. And then you group the crate and have it fall, and these all wait 3 seconds, so all these wait 3 seconds for the to break, so you have this go down and have it take 3 seconds. And then when oh no, I forgot. It goes down 3 seconds and then waits there for 8 seconds. I forgot about that. So as you can see, it falls it takes 3 seconds to fall, and then at 3 seconds, everything breaks off, and then waits there for 8 seconds. And the 24th tip is summon to Max Frederick right now! The final tip, the almighty of all animation tips, a boss fight. This boss fight I did not make. My friend made it, and he made an explanation for it, and I will show you that right now.
So you want to make a boss, right? This is how you do it. So first, you need to learn, or you need to know how to time animate. So like anytime this hits the ground, it shakes, kind of, I guess. And if you want to make a boss, there's a lot of time animating in it, and a lot of other stuff you have to do too. So basically, all you have to do is, it's kind of hard. So basically, get your little boss thing. I'm gonna do this. The kindergartner would do. The platform. You want to make it so like you want to make a boss fight. So sometimes there'll probably be a cutscene or something, and then like we'll wait. You'll go. Okay. Remember that exact time. That exact time will help you. That exact time. 384. Okay. And then you want to loop it back to where it was. 384. 384. Okay, now you want to get lava. Put it inside the ground. And do this. And just like make it whatever color you want. 384 was the time. Okay, when that happens, put that time, make it go up, make it stay a little, make it go back down. Here's the thing. You did it, but little old Timmy's mad because it's not time. It's not time. Yeah! Okay, this is how you do it. Remember that exact time when it ends. I'm gonna put that exact time on the thing, on whatever you're animating. So now, what the sigma? For what? Okay. It should work like this. When he hits the platform, it goes up, and boom, it works. And you just want to do that for like basically every attack. Or like, let's say you want to do like something like running around, something going around, and Okay, first off, you want to make it so it can kill you. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 2. So it's like that. You can make it like that, and then boom. If you want to do it some other way, that's okay. Just make it killable. You want to put it under the map so they can't see at a certain time. Just that, and then it's that easy. It may seem hard, but it's not that hard. It's just time consuming. Yeah, see? Boom. That's how.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope these tips help. If you have any questions, please leave it down in the comments. I read all of them. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Just please, I need the content creation badge, please. Anyways, thank you.